Fine, I'll have them do QG. Okay, Opal on QG, and me on Queen. I'm setting it again. Who wants an 80? Not me. If I get a re-raiser, I'm gonna fucking blow up.
Are you gonna die? Are you gonna cry yourself to sleep at night?
I'm gonna leave the instance and then fucking, like, I don't know, like Wobble can do this Anyprog.
What?
Wobbles you?
Alright, again, someone wants to place the markers that are on the stairs. Once you pop your Pure Essence, your Re-Raiser, and slot your 2 lost actions, then fill your holster to 99 out of 99 capacity. Make your way to the marker corresponding to your party. A, B, C, and D correspond to the party letter you're in, and 3 and 4 corresponds to E and F.
Oh my god, I kind of forgot how to do a duelist spell almost.
There's no such thing as that. You just bring 3 minutes each stack and slot Percept the spell. Easy.
Yeah, no. I'm just kind of like, damn, is it really that easy?
Yeah, it is that easy.
The
Especially when
answer
you're
is
playing a
yes.
cringe roll like Samurai.
Alright, Camera B Clouds, I don't want to hear it from you. You know that I'm more than a capable samurai.
You're a capable samurai, but are you a capable master of black magic, the Alliance Raid job? I don't know what party I'm in.
Black Magician, the known Alliance Raid job.
Are there any tanks? Are there any tanks with Lost Blood Rage?
Me.
I can find out. I'll go ahead and mark people who have.
Okay.
I'll go ahead
People
and
are
mark
already
people
marked.
Okay.
TY.
Okay. I don't even get to do any. Okay. Fucking the only thing I was looking for today, and you guys take this for me. Okay. Cool.
Pure.
What?
Okay.
You can click off my Dorito and put it back on if you really want to. I won't stop
Re-raiser.
you.
Yeah. Don't pop either kits until slime explanation. Well, we don't. We all. We have full cure. Well, you'll have the. If you have full cure in your party, you'll get the stuff you need for Trinity Seeker. Trinity Freaker. That's right. Okay, let me take a look to see at the thing. Okay, everyone has the Pure Essence popped. Healers looks fine. Melee, Theoth. I assume you're gonna be swapping that Noble Ends. Vivian, make sure you slot your Fawn of Power. What else? Lynn does have clear.
Everyone has cures.
Try that again, Shocky.
His range looks fine. Casters looks fine. Again, Theoth replaced that Noble Ends. Vivian replaced that Assassinate. With Banner, do not have Assassinate ever in this instance. And Asteria, once you use up that re-raise plate, replace it with the Banner or Blood Rage. And again, once you have what you need, make your way to the marker to let us know that you're ready. If you're in the party and you're a veteran, look at your party list, make sure people have what they need. If they don't, give them a poke to make sure they do. Wow, so many melees that are excellent chaining. It's such a beautiful sight to see. I see
heard all
1,
the
2,
dings.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 melees with Bop Excellence right now. It's so cool.
So fucking awesome.
I put on the
Yeah.
Dorito and I got so many dings. I was so happy.
Yeah, poor
That's
Opal.
still
good
Me and
sound.
Opal are the only ones fucking. Okay, maybe there's 2 casters. Peppy and Illyria are mimicking. That's cool. Wait, how do you see Essence in action so fast? I actually
Don't worry about
developed
it.
my 6th sense, and I've been able to like scroll wheel. Like I use my scroll wheel now to change targets, and I just like put my mouse where the reminiscence is, and while I scroll, I can like see the action really fast and going through each one. You just have to look at the first couple letters to see what you're looking for. What about you? Oh, I just was saying who was caster mimic targeting. Teach me how to do that, Aki. I just explained it. Okay, everyone is on their markers now. Let's do some quick ready checks, just to make sure that everyone doesn't have any questions about what they need to be doing. Yeah, no better time than Anyprog to figure that kind of stuff out, Illyria. Anyways, what's it called? Looks like all the ready
Say in your
checks.
chat.
Yeah, when your party is ready, just say ready or whatever party letter yours is ready. B good, D good. We're rating on C, E, and F. C, E, and
F
F.
is good.
Okay,
I type
C and
Freddy
F.
Fazbear.
C. Okay, cool.
Both are
Yeah,
good.
sorry, I don't know these things. All right. Now that we all are ready, A, B, and C are going to be staying in the Slime's voice channel. D, E, and F are going to be dropping down to the Golem's voice channel with Carter. Again, you're going to be dropping down to the Golem's voice chat with Carter. If you're going to pop an ether kit, do it before you drop down. It might run out. So if you don't want to use it, you don't have to. But God, Opal. Okay, I take back everything I said, Opal. She's fucking dripped now. Holy shit. Be careful who you talk shit of before DRS runs.
Rip or drown.
I know Jam's probably not in the call. I say this and I have to look to make sure that she's not. Okay, yeah, Jam's not in the call, so I don't need to worry about her. I don't know why the fuck Lynn is still up there. Just gonna wait for a few more people. Cool. So, see about 22 people. That should be about right. 23. Awesome. Okay, cool. That is everyone that I know will be on this side. So I'm gonna go ahead and say just one last time. Once you have your peer, your re-raiser, and your 99 of 99 actions, and you are all set and ready to go, you can go ahead and drop on that eastern pad, the one on the right side when we walk down the staircase, right next to me with the square marker.
Can I ninja server tick the pad?
You can.
Does it work?
Yeah, you can go to the pads. I remember Henry and I were doing this on the fucking Annihilation run, just like for fun.
Yeah, I'm doing it on Dancer.
Dude, doing it on Dancer is cracked.
Yeah, I did it once, I think.
Yeah. Alrighty, yeah. Go ahead, jump on the pad. We will get over there. Lynn will percept for us, tell us where the traps are, and I will get into explaining how all of this shit goes. Aki, move up to the green golem. Cool, thank you. I'm the main character and cringe, so I do the red golem myself because I also use timings on the red golem to make callouts for everything else.
Yeah, because they all metamorphose at the same time.
Yep. Cool. With that said, can I also get a healer onto every tank that is not myself? And awesome, we have Jorik south, William will be north, and we have all three of those healers. Cool. Everyone is in position. If you are not any of these people on these colored piles of rocks or one of these two markers, do not worry, you don't have anything special to do unless your name is Lin Ren Kenjutsu. Lin knows what she's doing. But I will go ahead and get into this. I'm going to do a quick command in DRS Learning 1. It's guide goals. Cool. Awesome. I've gone ahead and posted an image in DRS Learning 1. So avert your eyes over there, Alt-Tab back into Discord if you're on PC, or look at it on your phone, or whatever you're using for Discord if you are on console, or your second monitor, or wherever you may have Discord tonight. In there is an image. We will be referring back to this channel a lot during the night, so please make sure you have easy access to it so you can see all the infographics and diagrams we may be posting to help explain mechanics. With that said, I will go ahead and get into explaining stuff. So this is the Golem's encounter. In this encounter, we will not be using any of our lost actions, so do not press those fonts, do not press any of your banners. The only things you really should press is, like, if you're a healer, you can cure, don't cure for. That's a really stupid idea. Don't cure for. Just don't press any of those. Just don't press any of those, and you're all good to go. This is a puzzle encounter. There are no harsh, scary DPS checks. There's one slight one, but you can get by with it just by using your basic 2-minute actions. With that, I will go ahead and start explaining what all this does. So, each of these tanks up here is on a colored pile of rocks. We'll be taking a golem. The golems will be taken into each of the 4 rooms up north of us, corresponding to 1 colored pad each. There is a blue pad, a white pad, a green pad, and a red pad, but you'll notice we only have 2 different colors of rocks. And that is because each golem, once they sprout up, wake up, we gotta pull them into their respective rooms, will try and cast a skill called Metamorphose. Metamorphose is an interruptible cast bar that needs to be interrupted if your golem matches the color of the room you are in. If it does not, you will let it go through, and the golem will change to the next color in the cycle, being blue to white to green to red, back around to blue. Each of the golems of the different colors do a different thing, and they have a few different mechanics that they will go through, so I'll explain how those work. But first, I will just mention our blue tank is Stack, our white tank is Asteria, our green tank is Aki, and our red tank is myself. What each of these golems does is slightly different, and I'll go through that right now. So the blue golem, which is handled by both Asteria and Stack, is going to be, it will cast a heavy-hitting AoE bleeding tank buster on the tank grabbing them. So the healers assigned to them will just need to keep an eye on them, and as soon as that bleed off of them once it hits them, and the tanks will need to use some light mitigation for that. Also, as Wubble has said, funny haste check. Make sure you have your haste gear equipped. This is probably the best time to check for that right now. The blue golem will just do a heavy-hitting bleed buster. Don't take that near the party. Don't dash last second and clip people behind it, because the AoE is in fact bigger in radius than the golem. So if you have people on the back of the golem, you can in fact clip them. With that said, that is both of the tanks on the blue golem currently, because it does do this before it casts Metamorphose for the first time. So this will apply to Asteria as well, who is our white golem tank. Next, the white golem is, as I just mentioned, handled by Asteria. They'll be dragging that into the southeast room. That golem, all we need to do for it is burn it down, and once it gets to 30%, we will use our 2-minute skills. That is because once it hits 30%, it will start to cast Compaction, which is a slow-moving cast bar, and once that fully goes off, the golem will full heal itself. We don't want that to happen. It feels really cringe and stupid, and we can easily beat it without using any lost actions, so just burn the golem when I tell you to. Don't use any of your 2 minutes or any big damage skills or gauge spenders on the blue golem, just basic 1, 2, 3s on the blue golem while you burn that down at the beginning. The next golem you guys will be going to and killing is the green golem handled by Aki. The green golem, all it does is autos the tank, but if any of the non-colored hallway golems walk near it, it will try and cast a skill called Fusion. What Fusion does is, Fusion will absorb some of the non-colored hallway golems and give the green golem a big stacking damage up. Even 1 stack of this is enough to turn the auto attacks from the green golem from slight hitting, needs a little bit of healing over time, to near one-shots every single auto. So the green room is less handled by the tank tanking the green golem and more handled by our 2 hallway tanks, who are William and Jorik. You two will just be standing in the north and south ends of the hallway respectively, grabbing those golems and just holding them there. They don't do anything, so once you have grabbed them, they will tether to you and just slowly auto you down, but you are more than healthy enough to keep them up. And if any healers walking by can give some love to Jorik and William, give them a heal over time or something, that would be appreciated as you go from room to room. Eventually, I will call for you guys to kill all of those hallway golems. You can give them love as you are walking from room to room as well, so you can always just throw a dot on the hallway golems or something of that sort. Helps us out a little bit. And the final room is the red room. That is the room that I myself will be handling. What the red room is the golem will turn red, and it gets very slow, but very strong. So I will just need to grab it, it will tether to me, and I will slowly walk it around the room. This is because if it gets near me and autos me, I will probably die. And we don't want that to happen, because that happened last night, and I felt really stupid. So what that means is I will just slowly drag it around the room. And once it is time to kill it, when we get a commit call from the slime side, I will press my invuln, pull it onto the pad, and everyone will kill it. Before that happens, I'll have you guys burn it down to around 20%, so it's easier to kill it on the pad when I invuln. With that said, if and as I've kind of alluded to those of you who are not one of these assigned 9 people, 9, yes, there's 9 of us. If you're not one of these assigned 9 people up here, you are part of the murder ball. You are just going to be going from room to room where I tell you. The kill order will be blue, white, green, red. So you guys will be starting in the southwest room and going counterclockwise from there. There are also 3 traps that can spawn in this encounter. There's a trap in the middle of the hallway, a trap in the blue room, and a trap in the white room, according to Lynn. That is a Slime's ready. So if you are ready, go ahead and run a ready check for your parties and let me know in Yell Chat. Who is taking the traps? Lynn will be percepting the traps for us. Just waiting on a D trap, a D ready. D is ready. Golems are ready. At this point as well, tanks, go ahead, turn your stances on. Lynn, have you done the funny? I'm gonna go ahead and toss out. Out. Gonna go ahead and toss out a 30-second countdown. Please, please, please wait for Lynn to go ahead of the group and percept those traps for us. If you are a tank, grabbing a golem and pulling it into one of the south rooms. So if you are Stack or Asteria, give it a little second, wait for Lynn to percept that trap, and you'll be good to go. And we're going to go ahead and get in there. Tanks, turn your stances on and grab your golems. Middle trap has been found. Trap has been found. There is a poison in the white room. Watch out for those traps as you run ahead. Tanks, go ahead, press submits. Party in the back of that blue golem, take a tiny step back. That big lead buster might clip you, so just take a tiny step back. Awesome. And healers, be ready to Asuna this. Healers Asuna. And move on to the white golem. Interrupt if you need to, don't if you don't. Why the fuck did I interrupt that again? I've done this too many times recently. Go ahead, kill the white golem. Basic 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And avoid that poison trap. Go ahead, start burning down the white golem. Burn, burn, burn. Use your 2 minutes, no lost actions. And if you are the green tank, interrupt that golem. Go ahead, burn down the green golem. And once you are done with that, give the hallway golems a little bit of love, then move on to red. Good job. Move on to the hallway golems now.
Wipe.
That is a wipe. Ooh, unfortunate. Okay. Well, go ahead. We can just gather around this trap here in the middle. Gather around this explosive trap. Gather around this explosive trap, and we are all going to blow it up. Do not interrupt that metamorphose, by the way. Do not. Okay. I said not to. It's fine. We're going to go ahead and blow up this trap. If you bounce, press an action and get dead again.
Bomb trap in blue.
There is a bomb trap in blue. You can go stand around again. Wait until there is everyone around it so they can all die to it. This is just so we can wipe faster.
That is why we keep the traps. Look how fast
Yep.
that was. Why do you have to show that off real fast?
Funny alternate way to wipe is to actually kill red and let all the golems kill you.
Yes.
That too.
That was a really fast wipe, so I was like, I would have had us do that if we had gone down red a little bit. Anyways, gonna go ahead and just toss us right back in. At this point, you can go ahead, look back at the cache in Gangos, and re-grab your starting actions, so your Pure, your Eraser, all of that good stuff. because you will need to pop those once more. You will not need to pop new actions, as you didn't use any, and you still have the 2 you slotted before in, but you will need to put a new Pure and a new Re-Raiser on, as well as getting your 99 of 99 back. And we are going back in.
Should have not done that. No, I cannot buy food.
Will there be a re-leveling party after this? I hate Opal.
Oh, Paul, this is not
That is
Eureka.
such a bad joke.
I once
That's-
re-leveled with Opalt between dying and soup, so... and then we died again.
I've also done that before. I went on a run one time where the host forgot to get to level 60 beforehand because they had died in the previous run, and they had to go in with soup and re-level during the run. Awesome. And go ahead, grab your Pure, grab your Re-Raiser, and I'm gonna go ahead and place those markers back down. Do not forget your Pure, do not forget your Pure, do not forget your Pure. This is the most common way people forget Pures is on a re-instance. If you think we are being patronizing, just understand I have forgotten my Pure in the last week.
I've
never
done some
forgotten
real
my Pure
stupid
kid.
shit on my past 100th clear.
Yeah.
Not stupid in a fun way.
yeah.
Stupid in a wipe slimes way.
We don't really need to check. Just make sure you have your Pure, your Re-Raiser, and your 99 of 99, and you can go ahead and jump on the pad over here by me. I am the square marked tank. Bubble, are you gonna do it?
Well, I was triple checking myself. So was
I also triple checked myself. You're so goated. And I'm gonna go ahead and jump over here. Same thing as before, same tanks, healers, etc. There may be new trap positions, however, as this is a new instance, and as well, if you are a tank, remember to turn your stance on, as this is cringe content and you did lose it upon going in. Once you are all here and ready, go ahead and give a ready check for your party. Let me know in yell chat once you are here. Slimes may have some stuff to discuss. They have a lot more moving parts than us, and they will probably need to discuss why they wiped.
Wraps are blue, southwest, mid.
Unfortunate. We have to check out.
It's fine. Also, Lynn, do you know the close? Did you do the close trick thing?
Oh
It's right
yeah,
here.
it's like right here. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Fifth notch, yeah, right here where I am.
Okay, so it's a trap here.
So it's close blue, yeah.
It's close blue, yeah.
That is D ready, that is E ready, that is F ready, that is golems ready. There is no trap in the white room, so Asteria, you can just pull your golem straight in there. However, Stack, still be wary. There is a trap close this time instead of far.
I'm glad you like my gift, Carter.
That was a really good one. You tagged me in that. Like, I saw that I had a ping, and I was like, oh god, what's this about? And then I just see it's a fucking GIF, and I'm like, oh yes. Because like I didn't even need to watch the entire GIF to know what it was, and I still watched it because it's so awesome.
It's so good.
This is the classic GIF.
I posted it in DRS Weekly.
I almost just typed /shout CD going out in a Discord. Once again, reminder to those tanks, turn your stances on. Make sure you have it, because synced content removes your stance. It's really cringe because like Blue Mage gets to keep their Mimic, but we don't get to keep stance. It's awesome. And go ahead, open that door. Tanks, go ahead, grab your golems. Watch out for the traps in blue, mid, and north. And get your golems to their rooms. All traps have been found. Watch out for that trap when walking into the blue room. Watch out for that trap in the blue room. Tanks, you can go ahead and press submits. And healers, get ready to Asuna them. Go ahead and move on. Go ahead, kill the white golem. Interrupt if your name is Aki Aurelius.
White golem is still blue.
Oh, okay, go ahead, move up to the green golem. Move up to the green golem. Do not interrupt that blue golem in the southeast.
It's all good. We have another golem
It
to kill
happens.
anyways. We have a different golem to kill anyways.
Blue golem.
Let that blue golem go off, interrupt the green one.
White
And
golem
kill
is
the green one. Now move on to white. The healer with the white golem tank, please keep them up. Please make sure they are still good to go. They are taking a little bit more damage than they should be used to.
Wipe.
That is another wipe. Unfortunate. We can go ahead and just gather right around this trap in the middle of the hallway here. And do not interrupt any of these golems.
go to blue golem. There's a bomb.
Jim, did you interrupt that red?
Wait.
She's not on
Okay.
the call.
Wait, call it.
Go ahead,
And
gather
shame.
around that trap, and blow up.
Oh, that green eats, so let's go.
I say to not interrupt, and the one person not in the call interrupts. Love Jam.
Okay, I will remember to buy food now.
Alrighty, and
Hey, make sure you have extra pure essences. I'm pretty sure it was said in the post to bring at least 5.
I have successfully bought food.
oh,
Oh, we have one dip.
okay, we have some people dropping. That is okay. Cam will probably move around the people that are in the sea.
I do wonder if it's people just getting peers out of bows, yeah, but probably not.
Both of the drops are actual drops.
Rip.
I'm gonna go ahead and put the party finder back up. We're gonna go ahead and oh yes, Cam needs his cure 4. That makes sense. I'm gonna go ahead and hop up to the call above us, just make sure everything's going okay. And then I'll be back down in a moment.
We're just rearranging parties, so do not worry about it.
Yeah, Slimes just has a lot more small moving parts.
Yeah, I looked at the videos for it.
Golems is just like a small hunt train.
Yeah, it's super easy.
Yeah, compared to like like the sweating guy, the guy singing fucking payphone meme, like you might have seen for like Final Fantasy other channels. It's basically that. We're the guy singing payphone, and Slimes is the guy sweating and banging on his keyboard, going like. Let me fucking find that really quickly. It's a really good. It's a really good fucking one.
I know the one you're talking about.
DSR play players.
Hey, you got a quick mechanics question for somebody who's totally new to this. What caused us to change the order of fighting the golems, our last attempt?
So during the colored golems will cast Metamorphose, which is interruptible. One of the white room was accidentally interrupted, which means it was not the correct color that it needed to be, because it starts as blue. It'll transform into white. That transformation was interrupted, so that means we would just go kill green instead of the one in the white room.
Yeah,
To
because
allow
green's
time.
already the right color.
Yeah, green's already the right color, so that gives us time to just go kill green instead of sitting around with our twiddling our thumbs until the white one's actually white. We can still do something while we give the 30-second time to metamorphose.
Alright, I copy. So the whole idea is that we need
Yeah,
to make sure that the golems are the correct color by the time they're defeated. Is that right?
Yes. Correct.
Yeah, and we saved the red for last because we need to wait for Slimes to be ready to finish theirs as well at the same time, around the same time.
Another thing about it is that every time you kill a colored golem, they will get a stacking damage up for every colored golem that is dead. So by the time we reach the red golem, it'll have 3 stacks of damage up along with its red buff, which just means it just does a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So we
Go
just
for
tied
tank.
It goes last because we can avoid taking damage from it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Red is the most controllable. Some servers will do blue or white last. I don't know why you would do white last, but or no, some servers will do like green or white.
Blue's the most dangerous almost.
Blue, yeah, no, I think literally everyone always does blue first because blue is like consistent bleed busters. Yeah. Anyways, do not forget your pure. Do not forget your pure. Do not forget your pure. If you don't have it in your bag right now, you can go down to the box and grab one.
Honestly, the best strategy is to, when you get out, make sure you put your pure into your holster.
See, that's really smart. I really wish I had done that this run or this pull.
I set up 2 loadouts at the box.
Yeah.
One is my pre-pop, one's my night name.
I do the same. I just forgot to grab my pre-pop this time.
Too bad the
Do not forget your pure to make me mad. That doesn't make me mad, that just makes you dead on the floor.
Too bad you can't like be anywhere and access the Lost Finds cache. You know, that would be really cool. Like going to collection or something and being able to do that.
See,
Honestly,
that would be really fucking awesome, specifically for like parse runs and speed kill runs too, because the way those go, you dump your entire bag on a single fight. And if you're trying to parse on like the last boss, you just have to hold your 99 and use your basic starter actions that you dropped with from the beginning all the way until Queen.
I was mostly just talking about outside here.
Oh, I mean, outside would also be awesome.
Just because it's
Trinity?
like
Being able to access your lost finds from like.
Oh no.
from like your free company house or whatever. Just
Yeah.
Well,
just be nice, and you wouldn't have to go to Gongos all the time.
We may be stuck here for a little bit.
I think we're trapped.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I also did this. I did this during the Annihilation run. I held everyone hostage for like 3 minutes because my PC blue screened.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, that happened. Yeah.
It was very funny.
Honestly,
Okay, we are good to go.
Let's go.
All that.
honestly, it's too bad that we only allowed 10 slots, which is nowhere near enough.
Oh yeah, they really needed to add like more tabs. Yeah, it's really lame. I thought there were, but then I actually started setting them up, and I'm like, oh, there's only freaking 10 of them. What the hell?
Yeah, those.
Once you have your pure, you have your re-raiser, you can go ahead and drop down on that pad. How the fuck does Jam keep ghosting it on Dancer? That is so impressive.
When was the time someone ghosted the Minnow bridge trap on Dancer?
Oh yeah, without seeing it, that was me. I did that.
That was insane.
I just love watching people.
They need a slime puller to replace.
Do we need they shouldn't. They can. They'll be able to figure it. They'll be able to get a replacement.
Okay.
Golem side, we can go ahead and drop onto our side. Same as before. Just do it all over again. We've been doing it fine. Hopefully, one of these days we can kill the red golem.
I know, right?
Who we can kill TS after?
Oh my god, wouldn't that be awesome?
Then we win. Just like that.
Both are north.
Also, yeah, the save and load sets are really nice.
Yeah, they just need more tabs. Need
More than
tabs. It's like we got different markers and stuff, but like there's nothing for.
Yeah.
I
Anyways,
would hope-
once your parties are all here, go ahead, give me a ready check in Yell Chat. D ready, E ready, F ready, Golems is ready. They're likely going to be restructuring a little bit more because I believe they were having some damage issues. They were having some damage issues in one of the rooms, so they're probably just moving people around as well as getting another healer settled on one of
They
the
just
rooms.
said
Slimes is ready. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Gonna go ahead and do a countdown.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah. Chao's entire area just went without power. That is unfortunate. At this time, tanks, remember to turn your stances on. Dancers, get your dance partners. Scholars, summoners, summon your pets, etc., etc. And tanks, go ahead, grab your traps, or grab your golems. Traps are in the north. Traps are mid and north this time. Tanks press submits. Healers get ready to Asuna them. Asuna those tanks. Kill the blue golem, move over to white. If your name is Akirelius, hit this interrupt, otherwise let this go off. Kill the white golem. Burn it down, basic 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And go to the green golem. Kill the green golem down. And do those interrupts. Give those hallway golems some love. And slowly burn down the red golem. Do not use any dots. No dots. No dots. We want to control our damage here, and dots are not entirely controlled. Once it gets to around 20%, stop damaging. Stop damage on the red golem. Stop damage on the red golem. And focus on those hallway golems. We're going to wait until we get a rupture call from Slime Side, and I will pull this onto the pad and invuln.
Wait.
Yeah, just chill out in the hallway. Just chill out.
Rupture,
The hallway
rupture.
has a rupture call. Go ahead and start killing down this golem. I'm actually not going to invuln. Go ahead, pull it onto the pad and kill it. I have to invuln. That's so sad. I didn't have to invuln. It didn't auto me the second time. I want to blow up. Just trying to save my invuln.
Unfortunate.
We just have all the other tanks stacked.
No. Because I need my invuln for I try to keep my invuln up for fourfold and for dashes.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, because I like to one of the mechanics in TS, I like to just not care about it and invuln because it makes calling it way easier. Anyways, with that said, you can go ahead, jump on that glowing green pad, grab your 2 chests in here. All loot in DRS is personal, and I can't grab that for you. And then jump back up to the Slime's Call, where Cam will do explaining stuff for us. Cam having to use the bathroom, that means my invuln can come back up. I will go through, I guess while we are here, I can go through some brief explanation stuff that is not relative to Trinity Seeker mechanics, but more general DRS mechanics that have not quite been explained yet. This instance has a 10-minute AFK kick timer, so you'll see someone, most likely named Wobble to Bobble, in chat saying wobbles you, or make sure you move, or something of the sort. Just make sure that even while we are doing these explanations, some of them do take quite a bit, that you are wiggling around. You can move your camera, turn your character, do an emote, anything really. Just make sure that you keep yourself from getting AFK kicked, because if you get AFK kicked, it's really sad and it sucks.
Cry.
Yes, Cam has posted some images in the DRS Learning chat, and I assume that means he's back so he can explain things.
Yeah. All right. Welcome to the hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the first bot. Hi. Welcome to the first boss of DRS. This is Trinity Seeker. This is the first Enraging boss. We will be using Lost Action with this boss. I have sent some very helpful images in DRS Learning 1 that explain how you'll be using your Lost Actions if you are not sure how this works. For tanks, you will just be using. If you are using Fauna Power and Blood Rage, you are going to be holding all of your bursts for Blood Rage, and then once you enter Blood Rush, you will hit Fauna Power and all of your burst. If you're using Fauna Power and HSAC, you will just be using those on cooldown, or you'll be using them every 2 minutes to get paired together. So every 2 minutes you'll hit Fa and pair it with Banner. You will hold Banner for Fa. For healers, you will just be using Chain Spell every 2 minutes with your burst window. For Seraph, you'll be using Thin Air to have that be used for free. and pair use chain spell every 2 minutes, and use Seraph use Seraph on cooldown with thin air, and use chain spell every 2 minutes. And if you are a melee, holy fuck, that is a lot of fauna power and excellences. I may as well explain this like it's for excellence chaining. But if you are a melee that is using fauna power and honored sacrifice right now, you'll be using those on every 2 minutes paired together alongside your 2-minute burst window. And for those who are using fauna power and excellence, you will pop excellence in the opener, slot banner over it, and then use fauna power and banner every 2 minutes paired together. For the Fizz ranged, you'll be using fauna power and dervish every 2 minutes together. If you are doing mimicry, you guys know what you're doing. And then for casters, you will be using fauna magic every 2 minutes. If you're using chain spell, you will be using that every 2 minutes as well. So hold that for the 2-minute window. And C4, Cure 4 is going to be the majority of healing being done in your party. So if you ever see your party get low, use Cure 4 to heal. Additionally, Cure 4 gives a 10% damage buff for 60 seconds that you can use every 5 seconds. If you don't know how this works, if you never used this before, you can hit it right now just to see how it works. And that buff, basically, your job is to keep that up 100% uptime in your party, so they all have that damage buff. Again, if you've never used C4 before, aka Cure 4, you can press it right now just to see how it works, what that buff looks like. It is a green bravery buff that lasts for 60 seconds and gives a 10% damage up. So again, you will be keeping that up in your party and also using Cure 4 to heal. So both keep the damage up and heal your party with it. Other than that, that's how lost actions work. Please use these. If you don't, I'll be not only incredibly sad, but also incredibly disappointed, because it is like the entire reason you do this content, unless you're just here to get them out. In that case, then I guess more power to you. And before we start explaining Trinity Seeker stuff, there's a few other things I wanted to mention. First off, LB3. Only healers will be using LB3 since it bypasses the raise restriction if we do see it. And if you do get knocked into the death wall for any reason, when you resurrect, you will get a buff similar to Transcendence that lets you be invulnerable to the death wall. So if you hit the wall from a knockback and you die and you resurrect from your re-raiser, do not hit any actions, as this buff that keeps you, it's called Back from the Brink. If you press any buttons, it will remove it just like Transcendence. So if you ever die and re-raise in the wall, calmly just walk out of it without pressing any buttons. Same goes for if you get a rise while you're in the death wall, or if you get healer LB3 while in the death wall. Other than that, as for Trinity Seeker itself, hopefully you did some reviewing yourself. I'm not going to go super detailed, but there is a very nice cheat sheet that shows some visuals that I'm going to be referencing very heavily in the next minute or so. Over the next minute or so, it is the second to most recent thing set in DRS 31. Fourfold Mercy, this is just like normal mode. The boss is going to show 4 glowing swords, which corresponds to inner cardinals that it's going to cleave. Carter who is our shot caller for the night, if you want to say hi.
Hey, hi, hello.
Yeah, she is our shot caller for the night. If you want to turn her volume up so you can hear her better, please do that now. She'll be calling the sword positions relative to the boss's position. So for example, she may say left, right, right, left, or left, left, right, right. Just keep an ear out to resolve this mechanic. Additionally, this is going to be combined with Seasons of Mercy. This is just like normal mode, where it has the orb that you need to look away from and the pink lotus you need to run away from, combined with the crisscross ice AoEs. So Carter will tell you where to look away from, which of the markers you'll need to look away from, and which of the markers you'll need to run away from the pink lotus from. There's also going to be Baleful Comets, which are basically like Ifrit dashes. These are going to spawn on the outside of the arena. Carter is going to tell you where you need to move, which of the markers you'll need to walk towards, and then which direction you'll be rotating towards. For example, she may say, go towards C and go in front of the 4 barrier. Baleful Blade is going to either require us to do one of 2 things. We will either need to get knocked back into these barricades, or stand behind the barricades. Carter will tell you which one of those to do. And Iron Splitters, these are just going to be colored rings that you'll need to stand on based on Carter's call out. You'll either need to stand on brick blue stone or yellow sand. Just listen out for her callouts. Other than that, in terms of how mechanics are combined, you can expect to see Fourfold Mercy combined with the Baleful Comets, so you'll have to dodge those comets on the outside that move in and dodge the Fourfold Mercy. There's also going to be Iron Splitter combined with Fourfold Mercy. And much later on, there's going to be Fourfold Mercy and Baleful Blade, and Iron Splitter and Baleful Blade. So just a bunch of combinations, but nothing that can't be called out by Carter. So just, again, listen very closely to your callouts and you'll be fine. Other than that, if you are ready, get on the C marker, or at least in front of the purple line, so I know you are ready. And if you do die, yeah, what Lorianne said, do make sure to pop a re-raiser if you do die, just so you do not hit the floor the next time you die.
Make sure you pop a re-raiser in safety. Applying a re-raiser does count as using an action, so that does remove your back from the brink or your transcendence buffs if you die. So make sure you're in a safe spot when you do that.
Yep.
And as
again,
Wobble said, don't sprint. Also, that also removes transcendence.
Yep. And again, I cannot stress this enough. Use lost actions. This is literally the backbone of the content. If you are not pressing these, you are basically useless and not contributing anything. So use them. Use them with your 2-minute burst windows. Those things that you do every 2 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will also mention, this is something that I've kind of started to mention in previous weeks. If you need to drop a GCD or 2 or 3 to resolve a mechanic, like we go into Seasons of Mercy, and you don't want to, or you're not comfortable keeping uptime, drop the GCDs. It is okay. Just keep your basic 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, whatever you can rolling while resolving a mechanic. Dying is a 100% damage loss, so it is better to drop a few GCDs and live through a mechanic than try and get a few extra GCDs but die for it. And with that said, we are all in. As a reminder to anyone who is not myself, please turn off your tank stance. I will be the tank, main tank for tonight. And Cam, do you want to do countdown, or should I just see them say?
I'll do it.
Okay, cool. Cam will give us a countdown in just a moment. And we're going to get into this.
Don't forget to use food.
Food up. Food is 10% vitality and more damage up, which does help. And let's go ahead and get in there. This fight does start us off with a raid wide. Do not use too many extraneous mitts, just boss targeted mitts like Reprisal, Feint, Addle. Awesome, great job. Continue hitting the boss, and we're gonna get into our first mechanic. This is a Fourfold Mercy. The boss will turn north to see me again, and that is where the boss will be facing for this mechanic. Turning either back or left. Easy, left for 2, right for 2. This is left, left, right, right. Left for 2, then right for 2. Wait 2 hits. 1. And move to the right. Look away from 3, orb is on 3. And our Lotus is on 2. We are moving west. Move west. Go ahead, stack up inside the boss's hitbox. Stack up inside the boss's hitbox now. And please stay away from me. I will be resolving this upcoming tank buster on the edge. Do not stand with me. Do not stand with me. Do not stand with me. Thank you. Okay, and continue not standing with me. Fun fact, if you stand with me on this one, multiple people will probably die. Don't stand with me, please, during tank busters. And, gonna pull the boss back middle. You're gonna get some chains. Get these chains, bait these together, and now move out behind a barrier. Move out behind a barrier. Break these chains and get out behind a barrier. Any barrier will do. And get back in, hit the boss. And we are going to have some, we are going to be getting knocked back. Start out at 2, out at 2, start out at 2. And we are going to be getting knocked back into the barrier at 3. Rotate over to 3. Move over and get knocked back into 3. And get back in there, hit the boss. Stack up on the 3-way mark, stack up on 3. This is a line stack AoE. Stack up. There's going to be some orange lines that appear under your feet. And don't stand in the orange. Move on yellow sand, get on yellow sand, and immediately get intercardinal of the boss. Watch the boss is facing, stand intercardinal. 1 and 3 are very safe. 1 and 3, max melee is safe but scary. And I'm going to pull the boss middle again. We're going to be getting out in just a moment. I'll tell you where to go. Go out towards 2. Out towards 2. Okay, and we're going right, right, left, left on the boss. Right, right, left, left on me. Right for 2. And now move to the left. Look away from 3. Look away from 3. And move towards 3 after this goes off. Move towards 3 now. Stack up, bait and break these chains. And break these chains. Stay away from me as there is going to be a tank buster in a moment. Raid wide. Stay away from me, basic bitch tank buster. I am your basic bitch of the evening. And we're going to have fourfold mercy followed by rings.
Never mind.
Boss. Wow, this is really fast damage actually. Healers can go ahead and start raising anyone that is on the ground. You can use your Lost or Eyes. That is a 15% chance. Do not run ahead. Wait for these traps to be percepted by our duelist Lin Renkinjutsu. Holy shit, the line pattern.
I got it.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
Rare. Rare.
Anyways, please wait for our duelist to percept us up to the Dahu Arena. If you see people running into the poison traps, they know what they're doing. They won't die to them. But don't stand near any traps. The traps are they explode bigger than their their trigger radius. So if you run into a trap and there are other people around the trap, they will die too. Don't percept Dahu, by the way. Do not look ahead at Dahu. This is not a real fight. There is nothing in the room ahead of us. We are going to wait for our duelist to give a countdown to the people buffing them. There is a one-person solo encounter in this instance, which, if successful, grants us an extra chest of loot. This countdown is not for Dahu, by the way. This is for our duelist, so do not pull Dahu when this countdown goes off. There is a one-time solo encounter, which grants us extra loot if completed, and it grants the duelist a 100% bonus to all of their stats, which gives them double HP, double damage for the entire rest of the instance, and they become the main character of the run, the carry of sorts. Lin is very, very established as a duelist, so I trust her very much tonight.
Very good luck, gamers.
Yeah, we really have no dual focus today.
Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and place down some markers. And once we see some RP text, we will get into the arena. Get out, get out, get out. That means we are going to get into the Dahu arena. Use your lost actions. Use your lost actions, as this does matter. Dahu is going to be dashing straight south in a little bit. Do not be standing directly south of Dahu, and don't stand in any of the orange puddles that start appearing under your feet. Continue to not stand in the orange. And Dahu is dashing straight south. Dahu is going to be dashing straight north in just a moment. Oh, Dahu's dashing towards 2, actually. Dahu is dashing towards 2. What the fuck? Anyways, continue to beat down on the crocodile. Don't get turned into barbecue. There's going to be some lions dashing around the arena. Don't get hit by those lines. In just a moment, you may get a number above your head. If you get one, take it out to an ad. Kill an ad. Just do not overlap with someone else who has a number. The flame, take those numbers out. Don't get hit by any of the orange. And take these out. Do not stack these. Take these out and kill an ad. Hit an ad, hit an ad. Do not stack these in the party, please. Awesome. Great job. Get on the right side of Dahu. And now on the left. Get knocked into any safe spot. Any safe spot will do. You can cancel this with a gap closer if you know how to. I didn't even move. That's awesome. Get on Dahu's left shoulder. Get on Dahu's left shoulder in the south. The north is now safe for caster uptime on the jumping not 1 marker. There are going to be some ads tethering to me. They're not real. Just focus, Dahu. Awesome, and great job. This is your last chance to grab the chest here and at Trinity Seeker, as once we take the glowing green pad up through these doors, we cannot get back down here. So please double, triple check you have that foot plate if you still need those. Otherwise, you can go back to the Trinity Seeker arena and grab it. But once you are sure you have that, you can take the green pad.
It's like the first time I've ever forgot the secret chest. I'll be right back. Okay, give me time to download the Scarf mod so I can log on Opal.
What the fuck? I'm gonna go ahead and place down some markers as well. Healers who know what this is, you can stand on the markers that you want to. To those of you who don't know what these markers are, I'll explain them in a little bit. If I need to, that is. Okay, looks like I don't even need to. That's awesome. I will also mention, oh yeah, congrats to Lynn. I didn't mention that our duelist cleared, but since Lynn cleared, she now does double damage for the rest of the run. And we get an extra hand plate coffer after this boss, so make sure once this boss is over to thank Lynn for the handy. With that said, I will also do a brief thing about mimic chaining to those of you, if anyone is doing that. To those of you who are mimic chaining, if you are a caster or a fizz range, and you are not the mimic target, I don't think anyone is. I don't think any of our targets are fizz range or casters. You can mimic the, you'll slot your mimic over your font and you can get an extra charge of Dervish or C4. Opalt will be waiting to slot in, I'm gonna mark Opalt with a chain 1 or chain 3, awesome, thank you Opalt. Opalt marked as chain 3 is going to be our magic target here. However, do not mimic her until she marks herself with a circle. That will indicate that she has pressed Cure 4 and pre-buffed her party before slotting Excellence. That will happen during the countdown. We also had a DC and D, so we'll be waiting for a second. And we are good to go if you want to start explaining QG, Cam.
Oh wow, we already have the reflex build out.
Yeah, no, we literally, and I think these are all bad healers too. I know all these names. I recognize all
Alright, I'm
these
gonna go ahead
names.
and send the guard image.
Back.
Hearing, whatever. Wait, Don't tell me that this fuck ass mod is for
Yeah.
earring. Fuck,
PC
I
back.
hate football so much. All right. Anyways, man. Queen's Guard. Let's see. So this fight's gonna start us off with just fighting all the 4 guards. They all just spam raid wides until they all hit 80%. So nothing special here. Do use your lost actions in your opener. As this, you may as well just cleave all 4 with your lost actions. After they jump away, we'll be fighting the gunner and the soldier. No, we aren't. We're not. We're fighting the warrior and the knight. Sorry. The boss is gonna start off with the warrior and the knight tethering each other with either a yellow or a purple tether. If the tether is purple, you will click off the purple buff and apply the yellow buff. If the tether is yellow, then you will click off the yellow buff and apply the purple buff. Carter will repeat this when the mechanic is happening, but make sure healers. Oh, we don't have any double healer parties anymore, I think. No, we are not using Shelf to either shield until Trinity Avowed. I'm pretty sure we have 1 healer per party.
Yes.
So, for Bomb Slinger, the warrior is going to place some bombs down and either tether the bombs or not tether bombs, or it's either going to tether the bombs, the bombs and you, or just you. So Carter will tell you whether you need to go to a small bomb or a large bomb, depending on if you have the debuff or not. I'm going to send a picture of what the debuff looks like. And for combined with that, you will also either need to get knocked back from the center or take a bomb on the edge of the arena, depending on if it is a sword or shield man. So Carter will tell you which one you will be doing. If it is a knockback, she will tell you which direction you get knocked back based on a marker. How the AoEs look are in the image. If you look in the pocket explainer that I'm using right now. After we finish off the warrior and the knight, we'll be fighting the gunner and the soldier. The boss is going to start out by spawning some fire frog AoEs. These will just send us towards one of the cardinals. And while we are dodging those, the boss will do a Mustadio style mechanic where you need to show the gap in the ring around you towards the boss in the center, the gunner. So lovingly named show hole, as we like to call it. And then you'll first show that hole towards the gunner. I'm gonna send the image I'm referencing right now. So basically, you will show your hole towards the gunner in the center, and then you will show it towards a turret on the wall. They are in a alternating pattern on the wall, so just make sure you look at the wall and then face the hole accordingly. After that is going to be some other mechanics that are pretty easy, but the main ones you'll need to know about are that the boss is going to spawn some gun turrets that just need to be focused down if we see them. In addition to ice or fire, similar to Seed of Sacrifice, if it's fire, you will need to stop moving as it is a pyretic AoE or pyretic debuff, and if it is ice, you will need to keep moving. Carter will call those out when we get there. And for the final phase, we will need to have, I'll send the image, the corresponding image. You will need to. We will have 8 slimes. A, B, and C go north, and D, E, and F golems go south. To focus down the R spheres. All people reflecting are going to go to the spot they have chosen already. And holy shit, Chow's back. And then after we focus down those R spheres, if you are a tank who during the final phase, if you are a tank who still has their invuln, you will turn your stance on and provoke the R sphere, as once the R sphere dies, it will do a tank buster on whoever had top aggro on it when it dies. So again, if you are a tank on that final phase, if you are a tank who has their invuln, you'll provoke the R sphere and invuln when you see a spike appear over your head. After we finish off those R spheres and the healers do the reflecting, there are going to be ethereal wards that we will need to focus down in each of the inner cardinals. There's 4 of them, and Oh, Chow DC'd the box. That's right. Well, she already left, or they're still here. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the final phase. So, if you're ready, Carter, you can place the markers, and you can get on. Everyone can get on the C marker. Please do not really
Who
pull
wants
the
to do
bosses.
my off tank, by the way?
Oh yeah, we do need an off tank. I think Millie should do it. I think that'd be pretty funny.
That would be really funny. Don't. Okay. Only. I know Millie's also blood raging. So, if someone else have never. Let's go to Stack. They are. I'll give it to Stack. Where are you?
Dude, I can't hear Stack and not
Target.
think about Stoic being said his name said in a
Yeah.
funny way.
Okay, so Stack, for this, you'll be taking the middle two bosses. So you'll be taking the Knight, holding it in the middle, and you'll be taking the Gunner and holding it in the middle. I will handle the two wall bosses. And also hold your provoke at the start. Every tank can turn their stance on at the start. We just want to get all of these bosses into a nice cuddle puddle, so we can AoE them down, burn them down quickly. The bosses jump away after doing 2 sets of double raid wides, or once they have gotten to 80%. At which point, though, all tanks who are not myself or Stack can turn off their stances, and we will evoke our respective bosses and pull them into place. Once Jam is ready. Jam is ready. Awesome. Cam, you can go ahead and start the countdown whenever you would like to.
Okay, hold on.
As well as a reminder to our casters who are going to be mimicking, Opalt, the chain 3, will be slotting in excellence during the countdown. So just wait to you can pre-target them, but wait to press mimic until they are marked with a circle. Awesome. And we're going to get into this in 30 seconds. And casters can go ahead and mimic Opalt now. And let's go ahead, get into this. Hit the boss, pull the bosses into a nice cuddle puddle in the middle. And raid wides. Bosses are all jumping away. Warrior to the wall, knight to the middle. Warrior to the wall, knight to the middle. You're going to be clicking off yellow, applying purple. Click off yellow, apply purple.
Hey, purple.
Give purple to all physical damage dealers and hybrids in your parties, please. Give purple. We're also going to be checking to see if you have a tether in just a moment. Check to see if you have a tether. Tethers are going to large, rest are going to small. Tethers to large, rest to small. We are taking these on the edge of the arena. Edge of the arena, do not be in line of the dash. Tethers to large, rest to small. And go ahead, get back in, hit those bosses. More damage on the knight in the middle, please. More damage on the knight in the middle, please. I will be dispelling this boost. Fear not. And raid wides. Tier 4s do your job, heal up the parties. And damage is even. Kill both bosses. Kill both bosses. Check to see if you have a tether. We're going to act like this will resolve, even though it probably will not. Tethers are going to go to green, rest are going to purple. Tethers to green, rest to purple.
Resolving.
Yes. And bosses are dead. We're going to have gunner to middle, soldier to the wall. Gunner to middle, soldier to the wall. And fire frogs. Something, something, they're putting something in the water that's turning the frogs into fire. We're going to be following where the small ones jump. Small ones jump last. We are going to be going to 2. Go to 2. Show your hole to the gunner in the middle. Show your hole to the gunner in the middle. Now to any turret along the wall. Tank buster on the main tanks. Press submits. Raid wides. A little bit more on the outer boss, please. A little bit more on soldier. A lot more on soldier. And kill both bosses. All tanks still have their invulns, or should. If you are a tank, turn your stances on. ABC North, DEF South. Healers get into position. ABC North, DEF South. And do not get hit by these AoEs. Respect Coat of Arms. Respect Coat of Arms. Do not get got by the parry. Focus down the ethereal wards. And respect Coat of Arms. Respect Coat of Arms. The words of someone who did not respect Coat of Arms today and died for it. And we are all good to go. We have 1 gray name. Healers can go ahead and arise them. And thank you to Lin Renkinjutsu for the handy. PB sponsored handy today. Let's go. Is this an Anyprog or a reclear? Dude, that was literally better than my reclear last night. Last night's reclear was really fucked up though.
Yeah. That's a part you can check that out.
And for Phantom, this is not the fight you're going to take a break at because we're going to take a 5-minute break at TA. This is still at Anyprog, so we will take a break there. Yeah, they were tethered together last night because we had really fucked up phase timing and Cam ripped aggro immediately because he was a Flare Star duelist. But with that said, go ahead, step across the purple line, and turn your stance off if you are not me.
I'll do the countdown.
Cam will do our countdown for us. And if you are a tank who needs blood to mimic Blood Rage and Font of Power,
Oh, it's still
really
resting.
has it. Oh, still resting. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We'll wait for them then.
Yeah.
Just wait for them.
They're on their way. I'll wait till they hit the last quarter.
I see. Yeah, no, they're still back there. I'll let you know. Also, our Banish is back here. Yeah, we should wait for that.
The Vanish is Sendo.
Yep. Cool. And death is resolved. All right, Cam, you are good to start the countdown whenever you would like. Be sure you are in front of the purple line. We are not AFKing for this fight. Some people will take a break here on reclears because we do not take a break before TA, but this is an Anyprog, so we will take a union-mandated 5-minute break. Be sure to get into the arena, listens to my calls, and we will be good to go.
Don't forget to repop food if you need.
Good pop food, yeah.
I think there's a mechanic here. I'll remember someday. You're forced to do your job, kill the party. We're gonna be going either to A or D. A or D. You're going to A. A. Just like in normal mode, there will be a donut going down this line. There's a donut on every dot, so please keep your hands, feet, arms, legs, and tails inside the donut at all times. And let's get going. Follow this donut all the way down to the death wall, and you can stop on the 1 marker. Do not run past it, as you may run into the purple death wall, and we will laugh at you. Do not run into the purple death wall. And move over to the 2-way mark now. Move over to 2. Think about building any gauge you might need. Guys, what the fuck is happening?
We're too good.
We're fine. Move to 1 if you're, like, scared or something. Cool. There are traps ahead. I will be percepting these. Do not run ahead. I don't think we have any psycho tanks who are going to be popping the traps tonight, so actually respect the traps this time.
I don't feel like being insane on a ninja.
Jam?
Figured that one was happening. She's fine. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I saw the explosion. I saw her dash. I was like, I know what's happening. Anyways, go ahead and wait for traps to load. Traps will load last. And we need to make sure that we do not pop any of these traps. If you run into an orange trap, the trap will explode and kill you. If you run into a pink trap, I will explode and kill you. And we are all good to go. Be careful of those traps when you walk towards Trinity Avowed. And you can chill. Also, AFK behind the line in case we have any shitheads who want to pull for gauge. I don't think there's any of you, but just in case, AFK behind the line.
Don't get kicked.
And don't get kicked. Don't fucking tell me. No, you're...
Oh god.
That's fine.
Our magic battery for this fight is
HSP behind the line, thank you very much.
it's Pet Me, right? Pet Me's our TA battery?
Yeah.
Okay, well I'm gonna go
Hey,
ahead.
so don't do that, please.
No, I think it's cool. She can do that.
Oh, no. I was thinking, I was saying that to Opal.
No, Opal can do that. I'm gonna go ahead and mark, our physical battery is going to be,
Be back at 40 after the hour, by the way.
yeah, break time.
Yeah, I was like, I think he's probably
I'm
forgetting.
Pet
Be
Me.
back at 40
I'll
after
mark.
the hour.
I'll mark myself and you can mimic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No worries.
I'm so glad that we've normalized using a chain for that. This is already awesome.
Yeah. Yep. Our break is going to if you need to go take a break, we will be back at X42. X42. That hour is your time zone. I'm in EST. It's 11:42. Go do what you need. Go piss girl. Go get a snack. I'm gonna go get a fucking like I don't know.
Bathroom. I'll be right back.
I swear, this run goes faster than weekly as I've seen.
Yeah, we did
I'll pull
skip turrets entirely. Like, we didn't see.
If you don't want shield,
Smash.
please be above the line. I'm just...
They
killing
can click
everybody.
it off. Yeah.
If I fail and move right, someone can move on the black.
Hi, Opal. The gift. I'm so glad I put in my fucking post that should be using mimic chaining, because like if these runs are gonna keep being like only 10 new people come, then like there's no reason we should not have re-clear level damage, because I'm sure that 32 vets can fucking turn it into a re-clear. Like it's really not that crazy.
Yeah.
Like if if vets are gonna keep coming, then I'm gonna want the runs to look like this, because those vets should be bringing this if they've cleared before.
Cam. Do you...
What?
You don't want... Do you want shield? No. He's...
No.
No.
He'll
If you
click
give me
it off.
shell,
Don't
I'll click
worry.
it off anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Go
Don't
for it.
listen. Don't worry. He has a fucking buff. He has a buff culling macro that is like 7 lines long, or like 7 macros long, and it clicks off literally like every buff you could give him.
Do you want
Mine's
Protect
small.
too?
It's only 6 macros this time because I only have warrior, scholar, summoner.
Only.
Well, it could be like dark, fucking dark, like astro, dancer, bard, like summoner.
Yeah.
Which is like 9 macros.
World if you could click off bard songs.
Shut up. Wait, hold on. Cam, you're not gonna fucking believe this.
What?
My macro today is too long.
Okay.
I have Dancer and Astro.
Should I get a Baja Blast? Be honest.
Yes.
Okay, I'll be right back. I think that would fix me.
Yes. So fun fact, I'll talk about this because we have 2 minutes. Fun fact, Temperance is one of the worst buffs you can give to your party in DRS because it takes up a buff slot, but it's extraneous mitigation that is not really needed because mitigation is covered almost entirely by Feint Out or Reprisal, as well as Shell and Aether Shield. So if you give more buffs, people will cull their buffs because we have a lot of buffs going out in DRS. I think there's like 9 special buffs in DRS, but fun white mage tech that I've done before. If you have a raid wide that happens on an odd, if you have a raid wide that happens outside of a burst window, you can. I've done this before where like my Cure 4 died. I will pop a Temperance so the mitigation covers the raid wide, toss out 2 or 3 GCD heals to help heal out my party, and then click off Temperance, which removes the wings effect from everyone else in your party. Yep.
And that way you get the healing potency bonus without the extra buffs.
Also, fun fact, because Casimir just mentioned it, there was an image that went around on Twitter when the top buff culling thing was a big problem. There was an image going around of a black mage dodging ley lines. That was Cam in Boscia. That wasn't in top.
That was actually Kim Klauser in top PF. Wait, maybe
That's
actually the
so
truth.
funny. That's actually way funnier.
Lynn, can you help me? How do I convert a mod from the ears to the?
Do this after the run. Do this after the run.
I'll just fucking forgive you.
Thank you.
You're so fucking.
Wait, I found a better one than no fault.
Dude,
I'm gonna fucking outdrip her. She's stone on my skin till I'm 2.
But yes, as I was just mentioning though, buff culling is a pretty big issue in DRS because there are like 9 buffs you can't get rid of. I think not 9. There's like 7. There are 7 buffs that you can't get rid of, DRS specific, which really sucks because as you run into buff heavy comps and you have more buffs going out because of things like Cure 4 and Dervish being near full uptime, you run into that buff cap a lot, and you lose out on really powerful offensive buffs. If you have tons of extra buffs going out, like Cam lost Font of Magic last night on his Flare Star, still did 90k on Queen. Fucking stupid run last night.
Yeah, cutie on my banner till I'm honed.
Dude, that's so good. Anyways, Cam started explaining things in 42.
Cutie on his banner.
Sorry, I'm cooking. Anyways, hi, we're on TA now. This is the hardest boss for new people because it's the fight that you can't really call about people. You need to resolve the mechanics individually. I am going to get math is easy. I learned addition in kindergarten. I'm gonna send the about image in admin's chat. Whoopsie. I'm gonna send this in the channel where you guys can see it. Okay, welcome to Avowed. The core mechanic of this fight is oh yeah, this is going to be the fight where things start to hit harder. So once we get in the fight, you will need to slot Ether Shield. We also need to be shelling So if you
I'll
need
have
shell
shell
and haven't
until
got it,
the
if you need shell and haven't got it yet, stand behind the purple line. If you have it, stand in front of the purple line.
We had a DC just now.
I saw.
but
Yeah, I saw.
yeah.
I saw. And tanks will need their shield. What's it called? This is also where you will refresh your actions if you have not been mimicking, as you will be low on charges right now. Anyways, the core mechanic of this fight is going to be the the temperatures. I'm not even gonna bother explaining the way that the second set of phases work. I will explain how brands work just because I do want to teach you guys. Although I do feel like the simplicity of the ways things work in the second set of phases are not that crazy. So this fight is split into 3 major phases that happens twice with slight modifications. They can happen in random orders depending on which the fight order changes depending on which order she shows her weapons in the beginning. But the 3 major phases are the bow phase. In the bow phase, it is like the pipe game from normal mode. However, I know Million, but I still want to tell people how things work because this is still a prog run. You may not see it, but I will tell you about it. Although that is what studying is for. Okay, cool. Kitty bot. Dude, fuck you! About TA?
It's TA.
Dude,
It's always the
Discord's-
abbreviation.
This Discord fucking sucks. I don't know why anyone is even in this Discord.
Shut up,
So
Cameron.
how to read ladders during arrows image. I'm gonna send it again. This is very helpful for how to read how the arrow is going to move during ladders game. In Savage, the path it takes is not traced. So you need to use your eyes or your mouse cursor or your finger. In Sword Phase, this is the one that's the most different from normal mode. The boss will go untargetable, and there are going to be 4 clones that spawn. Hopefully you looked up some stuff beforehand, because there isn't really much I can say about this that will explain it for you in a clear and concise way. But basically, you're going to move 1 tile adjacent from the tile that Carter calls out, either north, south, east, or west of that tile, to take a temperature that resolves what you need. It's basically like bow if it was downtime and there was more places to die without realizing. And then staff phase, you're going to get force marched from the center towards one of the meteors to get your temperature that you need. We won't see these, but I'll still mention it for the sake of completeness. In the second half of the fight, the way these mechanics will get mixed up, other than some slight mechanical changes, is that elemental brands will be added alongside of your normal temperature. So it basically obscures what your true temperature is, and you have to do some calculations in your head to figure out what you need. But again, we're probably not going to see that, so I'm not going to go into much more detail than that. If you do go on runs that have worse damage, you will likely see it, since it is quite far into the fight. It is like 6 minutes into the fight. We are probably only going to see like 4 minutes. So if you are ready, get in front of the purple line.
Is the dancer back?
Yeah, Ilya is back. Don't forget to put close position back up on me, since it throws it off once you get DC'd.
If you still need shell, you can stay behind the purple line. I will give folks shell if they need.
Yep. And make sure before we pull the boss that you slot over. Make sure you slot over your shell before we pull the fight. Asteria, make sure you slot over your re-raise, as we do not go into fights with re-raise slotted, since it is a waste of an action slot. If it is, so just make sure you use up all the charges in that re-raise plate, and then switch it into your damage action. Melees all look good. Healers, make sure you don't. I mean, I guess you can put something over spells.
It doesn't really matter. There's nothing they have.
There's
that
nothing
they
you can
put over
yeah.
it.
And then don't forget to slot over Rampage Jam. But I mean, you could
It's
probably
Jam.
keep it, and I wouldn't care. It's Jam.
Jam's also not in the call.
That's funny. You do not have burst still, unless you just didn't use it, Eluin.
Art still has burst, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for Asteria to switch over the.
Burst
switch off
is a
there.
gain over there. Burst is a gain over Malefic. I don't hear it.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, I know. Art's coded for it.
Looks like all the actions are good. Carter, you know what you're doing. If you already get behind the C marker, get in front of the purple line. If you still need shell, go behind the purple line and jump, so we know you need it still. Looks good. I think everyone has shell that needs it. If you already get behind the C marker, Petme is standing off to the side with an 8 marker. If you are a caster, it needs to mimic. We will switch that 8 into a what's it called? A circle to so that they're ready to mimic. Other than that, Jam is not in the call. Vath is just kind of walking around, and Lorianne, once you're ready, get back onto the purple line.
It ran with the danger bongos. That's awesome.
Yams.
And if you could get in front of the purple line, please, because I don't want these kits to run out. Back. Okay, cool. Jam. I don't really care about Jam. They'll figure it out. If you want to hit the countdown, I will do it because I am realizing now that's my job. All right. I'll say out loud once Petme is ready to mimic. It'll be around 15 seconds on the cooldown. This is for casters only. All right, Petme is ready to mimic for casters. They are marked properly. Jam might be
Do
AFK.
not pull. Yeah, no, Jam is actually AFK. Don't pull, by the way.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
That's
Do
why
not
I
pull,
actually
do
like.
not pull.
That's why I don't say. That's why I don't do the they know what they're doing thing. By the way, because I don't actually trust half the vets that AFK and don't sit in calls.
The purple line wins over they know what they're doing.
Rest in peace, pre-C4s and pre-dervishes.
It's fine. It's 10 seconds.
Really, the greatest opposition to this run success was actually just Jam not being
Oh my
in the
god.
call.
Okay, yeah, no, and I didn't see in party chat that she said she was getting a break because everyone fucking talks a billion times. God.
Chat so fast.
Chat's
Now,
moving
while
so
we're waiting, I
fast.
have a quick mechanics question, if that's okay.
Go for it.
Okay, elemental brand, does that only display in the debuff window, or is there another visual
Yes.
to go with it?
It's only in the
It is
debuff
only
window.
debuff. Yeah. You will need to resolve opposite of your brand. When we get there, with this damage, we really shouldn't see that, but in that case, yes.
This fight
If we
is-
get to the I'll say this: if we get to bow, like if it's bow first and we see a 4th weapon, I'm going to cry because I'm gonna have to quickly explain how the fuck bow 2 works.
This fight is genuinely find the duties assigned, which is like the sword, the black icon, the sword's cross, and then the circle of the sign on it, and the raise restriction debuff. You just look at that for most of the fight to know your temperatures and everything like that, or you can look above your head for.
Having separate bars for your buffs and debuffs is really cool, but it's a long time to explain how to do that.
What is Lord? So that's
Is it
supposed
locked
to.
in there?
It's just the patterns.
It's the arrow diagram. Yeah.
Which has been posted.
It's a Rickroll token.
It's a ritual. How could you worry?
How do I get off my character? What the fuck?
Okay, go ahead, get across the purple line when you're ready. Stand on the seaway mark.
Wayfarer's necklace? I have that on, though. Wayfarer's necklace. It's on me. Why isn't it showing up?
Cam, let's go.
No, I have to fucking get this to work.
I'm gonna start the countdown without you, and it's gonna fuck you.
No!
Timer. Go,
Yeah,
go.
do it
You're
after.
doing the countdown.
And do it after.
Oh, I see why it's
Food
not
up.
showing. It's because my neck isn't showing.
Check your food.
Food, make sure you have that on.
Teach you that after, Kim.
Haste, as usual. Thank you.
And remember, this fight starts with a raid wide. Just fucking kidding. Tanks, come stand on the 3-way arc with me once we pull the boss. This starts with a tank buster. And tanks, please stand with me. Pop a few light mitts, not too much. And pray you get hit. Aether shield and mitigate. Aether shield and mitigate.
My combo got cold. I hate this.
Out and away at the flash of light. Out and away now. behind the boss, and we're starting with sword. That's so fucked. Behind the boss. And get in front of the boss, in front of the boss. Boss is going to be going untargetable in just a moment. Hold any buffs he might have in just a second. And boss is going untargetable. Check your temperature. I will call out where the safe tile is. Safe tile is 4. Safe tile is 4. If you are on 2, you are dead. Be cardinal of the safe tile. Safe tile is 4. Make sure you are getting hit by the slash that resolves your temperature. Awesome. Great job. Safe tile is 3. Stand on 3 if you are resolved. Otherwise, get hit by the slash that resolves your temperature. And boss is coming back. Go ahead, Aether Shield and mitigate. I'm gonna pull the boss into the middle. And we're going to be getting out at the flash of light. Get out at the flash of light now. Out now. And get back in. You're going to get a hot and a cold, and you are going to get a force march. Stand on the three-way mark, and force march yourself into the tile that resolves your temperature. The boss will not be moving if you would like to position based on the boss, but first stand on 3 light mitts. And quick march into the meteor that resolves your temperature. And get back in on the boss. Aether Shield and mitigate. Aether Shield and mitigate. You can go ahead, stack south of the 3-way mark. South of the 3-way mark. The boss is going to reposition herself in just a moment. South, be behind her. Be behind the boss. And tank stack up front with me, please. Tank stack up front with me, please. Press some light mitts. And you're going to be getting force march to either B or D, beta or delta. Force march to delta, delta D, the purple one. If you have any firewalkers in your party that bounce after they die, healers, you can rescue them. Rescue the firewalkers. And you are going to you have a hot and a cold. There is going to be arrows coming out. Go to the square that resolves your arrow. Assume this goes off because it will. Go to the arrow that resolves your temperature. Sorry. I tried to give you as much as I could. And Aether Shield and mitigate. Awesome. Just a few dead on the floor. Healers can go ahead and raise them. If you are new here, come south with me. We're going to go back to where those traps were before. I'm just going to pop these traps real fast for us. Awesome, cool. The explosions aren't here anymore, so we don't need to worry about them. You can go ahead, target yourself, and go ahead, move the edge of your target ring right up next to this pink trap. And once we have all of our people here, got a few more coming. And I'm going to do a 5-second countdown. And when this hits 0, move into the pink trap. You'll see why we needed this now. And move in there. Anyways, now you guys are mini. We need this to get ahead into the next encounter, as there is a gate that we need to get through to go to the secret area that is not accessible normally in the normal mode version of this raid. We do need that mini so we can squeak through the bars of this gate right in front of us. And if you are the lucky person, awesome, go ahead, just move forward a little bit and it will open up this gate for us. There's going to be a staircase that opens up. Do not run ahead. Do not run ahead. I am going to be percepting some traps for us. And there's an explosion on the bridge. Steer clear of all of these traps. Someone may eat the poison trap while you are near it, and you will get the poison, and it's going to kind of hurt if you don't have an antidote.
Jam ate it.
Did she hit anyone else?
No. I'm gonna try ninja this one. See what happens.
Don't, while people are here, fun fact, on my first run that I ever hosted, Val was my duelist. He was on Ninja and Shikuchi'd the fucking bridge trap while people were around it, and I swear to God, he almost killed someone. Anyways, go ahead, get some tanks on these markers. If I could have the south one, please. Thank you. Awesome. Cool. Can I get tanks onto the 1, 2, 3, and 4 markers, and healers with reflect go to B for deflect and D for dispel. To those of you who are, what is it? Has any done this before? I can. You haven't. That is a-okay. I'm sure we have someone who has. Jorik will do it. Awesome. To all of our tanks here, are you comfortable pulling your minnow and eating the traps? If not, I can get you an off tank. Jump if you need an off tank. 193. Jorik would like an off tank. Awesome.
Can we have? I think Stack wants to main tank. Can we get? Can we get them to main tank one of the Minotaurs?
Yeah. Let's get. Okay, so Stack, you'll go ahead do that. Jorik, I'll have you be their off tank.
Yeah.
And Cam can go ahead and start explaining what all of this all means.
Yep. Yet again, I'm saying, Paul, you need to make a Minotaur image. It'll be awesome. Anyways, let me go ahead and send the thingy. We're past midnight now. Wow. Alright. Ultimate office test. Like for what? Anyways, Minotaurs. The actual Minotaur is pretty much a pushover. Oh yeah, that's fair. The actual like Minotaur fight is kind of a pushover. The main part of this fight is the ads phase. How this is going to work is once we enter ads phase, the arena will turn into 2 rings, an inner ring and an outer ring. And there's going to be 4 Minotaur ads that spawn in the center. These need to be kited in a clockwise by our 4 tanks who are standing on the markers. We do need 1 more, it looks like. Oh, 2 more actually.
I'm tanking south. I'm just going AFK.
Yeah, the markers are assigned.
Okay, can we get 1 on 4 then? Okay, cool. We have 1 on 4 now. So we have all the tanks we need for slimes, or sorry, Minotaur. And shut up, Wobble. There's going to be a few mechanics that happen during this phase. One of them is going to be entrapment. Each quadrant is going to have a bunch of traps have a trap placed in it. And the tanks kiting their Minotaurs are going to pop these. Devastating Bolt is going to be 2 lightning rings that happen on the inner and outer rings. And for Fateful Words, this is going to be debuffs that get applied to you. If you look at the 3rd image that was sent, I'm going to send this one again. Lorianne also sent it above, but I'm going to send it again since it's the most recent. If you get the one that looks like a bunch of lines in a Minotaur that's dark in the back, that's the Sacrifices Fate debuff. That one pulls you towards the boss. Wanderer's Fate is one that will push you away from the boss. It looks like a guy, like the stun icon almost, in the bottom left. That one will push you away from the boss. So you'll need to stand in your respective alcove to resolve this debuff. Also, Rending Bolts are going to be AoEs that appear at your feet, so you'll just need to move away from those. And that's pretty much it in terms of the mechanics. The most important one is definitely resolving the Fateful Words debuffs. We will say very obnoxiously, do your words, do your words, do your words, so you know that you need to be doing this, because if you do not, you will get sucked into the Death Wall, and the Death Wall insta-kills you. It's not Doomstack. You just die. This isn't Christ Come Ruin. You are going to fucking die.
I'll also note for our new tank, because I believe stack is new. Be sure to actually be kiting your ad. The autos that the ads do give doom stacks. So you take 2 autos, you die. So always be sure to be at least a few notches ahead of your minnow, and give it definitely a little bit of extra room when you are resolving your word. And Jorik will pop your traps for you.
Oh yeah, fucking Earth Orbs and Fire Orbs. So everyone is going to go to the outer ring. So once the ads phase starts, everyone is going to run south towards the C marker and chill in the south part of the outer ring. Healers who have Dispel and Reflect, you're going to go to the inner ring, and every time orbs spawn, there's going to be 1 Earth Orb and 1 Fire Orb that spawn on opposite sides of each other on the inner ring. The Earth Orb needs to be dispelled and then hit once to kill it, and the Fire Orb needs to be reflected. You will just do that over and over again until the ads phase dies. That is all.
As another note, I don't know if Cam mentioned this, I was AFK for a second. Don't use your burst on the main minnow, on Big Stake Lord. Don't use burst until ads phase starts. We want to kill the ads as fast as possible. Yep, what bubble said.
Yep, that's about it. If you're ready, get in front of the purple line, around the 3 marker.
Yes, orbs do persist after the death walls fade if there are any, so you might hear me yell something like, be careful, fire orb on D, or something like that. Stay away from the fire orb. It still does its AoE even after we go back to fighting Stigma Lord after the ads phase. We just want to make sure healers can reflect that and get rid of it for us. I will call that out though. Just waiting on... Theoth is on the purple line, just waiting for him to move up. Okay, we are good to go. Cam, you can do whatever. And okay, hits. And there's going to be a tank buster on me. And find your knockback mitt. Press your knockback mitt now. Arm's length shortcast. Don't get whacked. Don't get whacked. And don't get whacked. And going right into ads phase. Everyone gets south, healers to the middle ring, tanks to your positions. Kill these ads. And stay south. Stay south, be in a cardinal, be in a cardinal. Tanks, pop your invulns and run ahead. You have your word buff, you have your words. Do your words, do your words, do your words. Words, 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 words. Do your words. Great job. and continue killing. Get into a notch. Don't get hit by the lightning. Get into a notch.
Retreat.
Don't stand in the orange under your feet, and kill this last ad. Ball of fire on C. Watch out for the ball of fire on C. Ball of fire has been dealt with. Welcome to Stigmalock Lord. This is a raid wide. I am PB's resident no fun allowed host. This is not a PvP enabled zone tonight. If you get a bolt above your head, take this out and away. This leaves a pulsing puddle. Take these out and away. You're going to get out and away, away from the boss. If you can gap close, you are too close. And get back in. You're gonna get 2 more sets of rapid bolts. Take these out and away. Think about building any gauge you might need for Queen. This boss will be dying very quickly. Second set, take these out and away. And Crushing Hoof. About half the arena away from this proximity, unless your name is Cameron B. Clouser. And get back in, don't get whacked. You can outrange this far north. Do not get whacked. And don't get whacked.
Now we make our way over to Queen. I'm gonna go ahead and mark myself with a circle since I already have my battery stuff slotted. Shell, again, stay behind the purple line. Once you have it or you don't need it, then get in front of the purple line. What's it called? Once I see everyone get here, then I'm going to go ahead and start explaining. I'm also going to go ahead and send the cheat sheet and a new one, Mario Hall, in addition to community graphics. Is everyone... Grab a few more on the way. Anyone else in the way?
Was the one death resolved? I didn't stay back to look because I'm fucking stupid and impatient.
It's fine. It's fine. Anyways, welcome to Queen. First things first, I'm gonna go ahead and explain how the markers work. Basically, you can see these as if it were a XY plane. So there is an X-axis and a Y-axis, and to call them tiles, we are going to basically just call the intersection of the tiles. So if you see where I'm running around right now with the circle over my head. Right now I'm on the A4 tile. Where Jam is standing is the 3 tile, and if I were to move over here, this would be the C4 tile. Basically, it just helps us call out individual tiles since we only have a limited number of markers. We will refer to the center as just the center tile. The first major mechanic in this fight is going to be soft chest, or chest 1. Basically, all this is the North Swain's Glow, those orange lines that cause big, giant orange AoEs, will send us towards one of the cardinal directions. And then from there, you will have to stand on the tile that Carter tells you to stand on. After that, there's another tile you'll need to stand on, so into Carter's callouts. After that is going to be Super Chest 1, which we probably will skip. But regardless, Carter will tell you you will get a debuff. You will get 2 debuffs, and these will either add up to 5, 6, or 7. Carter will tell you which tile you stand on based on which number you have, and then once the stun goes off in the starting spot, you will walk your debuffs back one by one. Just look at the dot over your head and walk that many tiles down the column that Carter tells you to. This is either the column on the wall or one away from the wall. After the second stun goes off, you'll walk off your second debuff. So basically, it's get in the starting spot, you get stunned, walk your first debuff, which you'll know which amount it is because of the dots over your head. Then you'll get stunned again, and then you'll walk to the goal tile. If you do happen to mess this up, just die in the goal tile, as it prevents you from dying more times than you can possibly, since you may bounce and then die again. After that is going to be God Save the Queen. How this works is the boss will do a big AoE, charge up a duty gauge up to 100, and once it hits 100, everyone will use their light curtain to reflect. Oh, everyone will use their light curtain to reflect the lightning orbs. If you do not have light curtains, you will just stand outside of the lightning orbs, and then once they turn into domes, you will stand inside of those to protect yourselves from a lethal AoE. Additionally, healers are going to dispel the boss to clear the powerful debuffs it gives powerful buffs it gives itself. After that is Relentless Play 1. This is just North Swain's Glow is going to send us towards the Cardinal, and we'll basically need to do the Queen's Guard mechanic again, where you point your pole towards the gunner. This time it's going to be in the northwest always, and then to a turret on the wall, while also resolving the wind and the purple puddles based on your debuff that you have. Second Relentless Play is a downtime mechanic. You will just get knocked back towards the direction that Carter tells you to, and stand on the spot she tells you to. Relentless Play 3, we're not going to see that, but if we do, we need to bait a knight on our position and then dodge some stuff based on Carter's call out. Other than that, Carter is going to be handling all of the tank busters, I assume.
Yep. I have a skill in my bag just in case I fuck it up.
Yep. And same deal as last time, where you are using either shield here, and if you need shell, get behind the purple line. If you already have shell, get in front of the purple line. We'll assume you still need shell if you're behind the purple line. So Milena is giving out shell, I assume. Yep. And Saraltan, once you're ready, get in front of the purple line, and Vath is also giving out shell. Other than that, if you're ready, get behind the 4 marker.
Okay, that's all good.
We'll probably be skipping
Dude, if we skip Super Chest, that would be fucking funny. Of course.
El Clasico. Alright, looks like everyone's ready. I'm gonna hit the countdown in about 10 seconds.
Awesome.
I'm jumping right now at the circle of casters moving.
Cancel
fuck.
countdown.
Oh my god, oh my god,
Don't
oh my god.
Don't pull, don't pull, don't pull. Do not pull.
Sorry, I blanked. I saw what you read. I read what you said and then instantly forgot about it. Listen, I'm just trying to keep things moving.
The answer is no, it would not have pulled you in, by the way. Once the fight starts, if you are outside the arena, you cannot get into the fight. It's funny, I have gone on a few runs where I've like been a body to help while I'm doing schoolwork or something. It's a run that's like, oh, they're at 23 of 48 and they can't get in unless they get a last person. I just go in and I was like a full instance magic battery for them, but I stayed out of the fights. But I gave an excogitation to someone as a scholar, and it shows that I participated in the fight, but I was still outside the fight, and I have 0 DPS scholar logs on my profile now.
Alright, they're here.
They
I'm
are
gonna
all
count
here.
them.
We're gonna go ahead and count down now.
Who do you need to? I'm gonna AFK and then aimlessly in 5 minutes.
Banger. Once again, this is the Aether Shield fight, so tanks be ready to hit those. The raid wides here hit very fucking hard. They also have a very heavy bleed associated with them, so Cure 4s, be sure to keep on top of that and heal up your parties. And let's get in here. Boss starts off with a raid wide, Aether Shield and Mitigate. Aether Shield and Mitigate. We're going into soft chess. 2 unsafe, 4 unsafe. 2 unsafe, 4 unsafe, B unsafe, C unsafe. 2 C, okay. We are going north. We are going north. We are going to be standing on the on the one tile. Stand on the one tile.
Where we are safe.
And where we are is safe. Thank you, Cam.
We're skipping.
Holy shit, we skipped the tank buster!
Let's
What the
go!
fuck? This is an Anyprog. Anyways, God save the queen, Aether Shield and Mitigate. Aether Shield and Mitigate, heavy hitting grade wide. My fucking VR, dude. Anyways, once this sovereignty gauge hits 100, you are going to pop a light curtain. Pop a light curtain now and stand under an orb. There is one directly under the queen. Pop a light curtain and get into an orb. Get into a dome, any dome will do. And thank you healers for dispelling, appreciate it. Awesome. Well, let's play one. This is going to be some Queen's Guard mechanics. It's going to be a wind lightning puddles along with show hole, but we are going to wait. Check to see if you have a tether now. Tethers are going to go to wind, rest are going to purple, but we are going in a specific direction first. We're going to wait for Northland to tell us where we're going. We are going south. Go south, south, south. Tethers to wind, rest to lightning. Show your hole to the gunner at 2B. 2B in the northwest. Now to any turret along the wall. Alrighty, and continue burning down the boss. Boss is going to go untargetable in just a moment. Boss is going to go untargetable, so you guys should have already ripped your 2 minutes, but if you haven't, don't use them now. We are going into Relentless Play 2. Boss is going to jump away. We are going to have a bowling ball knockback from Queen's Guard along with a Queen Cleave that covers 2/3 of the arena, 60%. It's about 60%. Okay, we are getting knocked back from the middle. Knockback easy. Get knocked back towards B. B2A. Just get out of that Queen Cleave. Awesome. Our safety boys are D and 4. Tiny triangle on 2D. Tiny triangle here on 2D. Safety plus is jumping. Go ahead, get back in, hit the boss. Raid wide, Aether Shield, and Mitigate. God, if we skip both super chests on a fucking Anyprog, dude. Cure 4s, do your job. Continue pumping damage. Dude, that's so fucking funny.
Are we on a
This is the
reclear?
PB
Are we
diff.
on a Anyprog or reclear?
I got my clear.
Congratulations to those of you who this was your first clear. We appreciate you guys coming.
Count 8 first time?
Nice.
That
We do this every week, and we appreciate you guys coming. We cannot do this DRS stuff and fuel our unhealthy addiction to this old cope cringe content without you guys coming along. So thank you. hope you guys might stick around for some more if you had some fun, and you might want to learn some of the more fun optimization stuff that we were doing to make the damage so good tonight.